Hey world, Steve and Dave here, your Sustainable Joes with a recap of week 1.
So, last week I was away for 3 days as I visited my dad. I left Steven with cloudy skies, a little rain, and a full battery.
Mother Nature did leave some cloudy skies and did not leave me with a full battery. But fortunately, we only had one person who needed the power since Pope was gone, so we had some power even when he came back. Andre, our cameraman, came up with a really cool discovery. It's called a Fresnel lens.
Yeah, it's very cool. We scavenged it off an old TV. It has the potential to give us boiling water and some warm food. Can't wait. Check it out here if you haven't already.
On Saturday, I went to World Enyo Day. It was a huge demo event. I got some free swag that Pope and I then experimented with this afternoon, and it was so cool.
We cleaned the spick out of our bathroom. All of the Enyo products, a little water, no chemicals.
No chemicals. Absolutely amazing. Tomorrow, Pope and I are going to be starting the No Impact experiment. It's a part of the No Impact Man documentary. Basically, it's meant to reduce your carbon footprint, and it should be a pretty interesting journey.
Yeah, I think so. Today, we went out to the McSmith's farm out in St. Thomas, where we picked up our worms, and we'll give you a step-by-step of how we completed our worm composter.
Hope you enjoy.
Hey world, Steven, Sustainable Joe. This is Gary from McSmith's Organic Farm. He's going to help us set up our worm composter, and potentially we might be getting a lot of our food from here for the rest of this summer, because this place is amazing. We'll check in over by the worms. Say hi, Gary.
Alright.
Alright, so this is the worm composting bin. Gary was saying he learned about it in Cuba.
All the large-scale organoponicos, they call them. Because there's no chemical fertilizer, they've had to go with organic methods, so they've discovered worms do a good job for them, taking their organic scraps, whether it be horse manure from the horses that pull the carts around for transportation, or whether it be the... Okay, so the worms are down here.
This is happening. Oh wow! Oh, and then they kind of like all sink in. What kind of worm is it, Gary?
It's called a red wiggler. That's the name of it, the red wiggler. There's the front end. There's their reproductive area. See that little swollen? Yep. And then this is their posterior end.
Right. How much does the worm eat on average?
Well, it should be probably their own weight in approximately a week.
Crazy.
If you had a pound of worms, they'll eat a pound of kitchen scraps. What they don't like is stuff that's still, you might consider alive. This is alive. This stuff here where it's slimy and decomposing, that's what they like. They're going to start to eat on this before they start to eat on this. Can you see that? Little yellow globe, and that little yellow globe, and that little...
Yeah, we'll get a little closer. Okay, so Gary was just showing us worm eggs. Ideally, Dave and I will have happy worms, because apparently, depending on the worm's happiness, is how frequently they reproduce. So all of these little yellow globe things, Gary, are...
worm eggs. One single worm in that way. See that? I brought a few of them together in a little cluster there. It's compared to my thumb. There's a size relation.
And there's my thumb. And this is just it, eh? Like, there's such a better way of doing things, Gary. You're an inspiration, my friend. Yeah. I'd also like to say thank you to Gary because he's out here in the rain, because this was our only day off. Okay, we got our worms. Gary, thanks so much.
Okay.
Anyways, Gary, thanks so much again.
Okay. Yep.
And we look forward to seeing you.
Well, we're back in the front porch from McSmith's farm with a bucket full of success.
Also known as our red wigglers.
Also known as Insignia Fatita.
We got some newspapers here that Pope's going to start shredding.
This is the appropriate way to shred and soak. This is the fun way to shred and throw.
Shredding. Then he's going to soak it in this red bucket.
I'll be making a nice, moist, happy home for our little friend.
We have some concrete blocks here that will help elevate our worm composter. And then
we have our catch pan. This is an old garbage can lid that we've salvaged. I've got a hammer that we're going to bang it out and flatten it out. So that way it'll catch any of the drippings that come out from our worm composter. Drippings that we'll be able to use for either our garden or plants that we have in the house. We'll check in soon.
See you soon.
Don't mind me. I'm just banging away over here.
So here we are, guys, in the foyer. Our worm composter finally complete. Please like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.